Hello friends, it has been so long since I've done a YouTube video, but I have taken some time off. I've had some family matters come up, and I just haven't had the time to do long form videos. But we are back today with a thrift haul, which is very exciting because I haven't gone thrifting in quite a few months, and these were some really fun finds. I posted a mini thrift review on TikTok, and somebody told me that those dishes, the first dish that I held up, goes for like over $100, which is wild because I think I paid $3 for it. But I think it's really cute. And I also got this shell plate, which I'm gonna use as art, and we will get into that a little bit later in the video. I also got this fun little mug because it was $1 and it's a local coffee roastery, but the enamel is wearing off, so it's not food safe anymore, but I'm just going to use it for some little knickknacks, which I'll get to later in the video as well. And then next we have this painting, which I love so much. It's of a lighthouse, Pigeon Point Lighthouse, and that's not too far from where I grew up, and it's not too far from where I live now, so I felt obligated to buy it. And I also have an inside joke with my dad about lighthouses, so whenever I see one, I feel like I need to get it. And then the last thing is this coffee table book, which I am so in love with. I have read through about half of it, and I still have a little bit more to look through, but it's so good so far. It's just really inspiring to see all the different interior design and architecture all around California. One of the houses they feature is actually in my hometown, Montera, and I was just flipping through, and when I saw it, I was like, what the heck? This is in Montera. It's a really, really small town, and I could tell which house it was just based on the two photos they put in the book, because the architecture from the outside is like pretty iconic right on Highway 1. But I'm trying to find it for you in here. Side note, I think this house in Montecito is so cute. Okay, until I get to the Montera house, this is just the vibe of the whole book. And I don't have a link for it, but you can just Google it and try to find it on an online thrift shop. Okay, let me find you the Montera house before I forget. I had to pause and find it, but this is the house. It's so cool. I've driven past it so many times in my childhood and adulthood, and now I actually get to see what the inside looks like, and this is what it looks like. How cool is that? Anyway, this is the rest of the book. I think it's really fun, and if you like stuff like this, which if you're watching this video, you probably do, I recommend you try to find it at a local thrift shop or online, because I know it can be hard to find specific books at thrift shops. And the title of this book is called California Country Interior Design, Architecture, and Style. Moving into the other thrifts, I think I want to hang this shell plate by my calendar and other little shell art. I think it'll be a cute little, I'm kind of turning it into a gallery wall a little bit, and I think it'll be pretty cute right here. I already had some plate hangers on hand, so that came in handy, and they're super easy to use. You can get them on like a multi-pack at local hardware stores or online. Just search plate hangers and it'll pop right up. But yeah, you just hook them around and then you hook the nail on that V shape and you're good to go. They couldn't be easier to use. Okay, onwards with the project. Whenever I nail stuff in, I just kind of like eyeball it and then make a little dot with the nail before I hammer it in. And then I kind of know where to hammer. I'm never really too specific. I just kind of wing it. And if you're not here for that, that's okay. You can measure things out, but that's just how I roll. And that's kind of it. 1-2 step. And it is a little bit awkward with the spacing. I do realize that. I could raise the calendar, but I'm short and I want the calendar low. So I think I'm going to get something for above the calendar to kind of balance out the gallery wall spatialness. But for now, I'm fine with it. I think it's cute, and I know that I'm going to add more later. Moving on to the next item, which is the lighthouse painting. I was pretty sure I was going to take out the photo that was in this frame and just replace it with the lighthouse painting, but now I'm not too sure. You know when you just change something and it's like too much of a big adjustment at first and you're not used to it and you think it looks kind of ugly? That's how I felt with this, but it might actually look good and I might just need some getting used to it. And I feel like it fits the vibe, but also it might feel too busy. I'm not really sure. I thought I was going to be 100% sure about this decision, but I'm not. So I'm going to show you a few different options of what I could do with this painting, and you please leave a comment and tell me which one you like the best. So obviously option 1 is, we'll call it above the headrest. That's option 1. Option 2, I could take out the little postcard picture that I have by my kitchen and put it here. It would go really well with the other blues of the painting, which you can kind of see in the right-hand corner of the frame. But it might be too matchy-matchy. And I would have to lose the matting around the painting. It wouldn't fit in that frame. But just the print alone would fit in that frame, which is kind of perfect. But also, I really love that sweet little postcard. Okay, so above the stove, that's option 2. Option 3, this is getting a little wild. I don't know how I feel about it. Option 3 is, let's call it above the couch. I don't really love the idea of 2 lighthouses in the same area, but, you know, it's kind of a theme in here. Option 4 is, let's call this the kitchen gallery wall. I don't think it's gonna work, but I had to play with it a little bit. It could work if I mess with things a little bit more, but I feel like it's just too big, especially once I get a frame in it. It's not the right size for this little gallery wall, unless I super expand this gallery wall. So it is an option. I think that was option 5. Gallery wall, kitchen gallery wall option. The next one is in the bathroom, which I feel like might work the best, and I wasn't thinking that it would. I like that it goes with the colors in here, like muted, cool toned blue, and there's no other lighthouses in here, which I think is really great. I would just have to find a frame for it because I don't have a spare frame in here. Okay, maybe that was option 6. I don't know. That was the bathroom option. Here, we're getting real crazy. This would be above, we'll call this above the dresser option. I don't think I like it, but I had to play with it. And maybe it's one of those things where at first glance you don't like it, and then once you do it, you really like it. But I don't know. Right now I kind of like the simplicity of just the one being there, the pre-existing one being there. I really thought I had the perfect spot for this painting, which is why I grabbed it. It was also $5, so that's kind of why I got it too. Plus a discount, so it was like $3.75. Okay, those were all the options of the paintings. Taking a breather, moving into the last few items. The dish is just going to go in my cabinet, waiting to be used. And then the mug, since I can't use it for drinking, I'm going to use it as a little catch-all for my hand lotions, which will go into my nightstand. I love having little organization dishes in here so it stays tidy and not one big clumpy mess like it has in the past. Okay, those were all my thrifts. Please let me know which option you think I should do for the painting. And if you didn't like any of the options, that's okay too. You can say, none of those options were good, Rose. Keep on looking. And I will. Or maybe I'll just save it for my future home. I don't regret buying it. Maybe the perfect opportunity will come to me in the future. Anyway, that's all for now. Thank you so much for watching this video. And thank you for bearing with me while I kind of get back into the swing of things with making longer format content. Like I said, I'd been dealing with some family stuff, and I still am continuing to deal with these family things. I have a sick family member, and I am helping care for them, so my time is a little bit stretched thinner these days, but I do love making these videos and connecting with all of you, so they will still be coming. They're just going to be coming at a slower rate than I was going previously. That's it for today though, and let me know if you have any requests for future videos. I will try to get to them as soon as I can, and I'll see you next time. Bye!